everyone, today I'll be reviewing this new horror movie dropped on theater, and it is called Antlers, starring Carrie Russell, Jesse Plemons, Jeremy T. Thomas, and this movie is directed by Scott Cooper. So this is actually a 21st century movie. So when Disney, they purchased them, they got this movie. After that, this movie was supposed to come out 2 years ago. So because of the pandemic, this movie got delayed, and finally it's out theater. And yeah, finally have chance to see this movie. So when I first saw this movie's trailer, I thought, oh, this looks definitely very interesting, that I was really looking forward to seeing this movie, especially the story around this little boy, Carrie Russell's character, and Jesse Plemons, all this character in this movie. Like when you see the trailer, it looks very interesting. So this is kind of a horror mystery thriller type movie. What do I think about this movie? So what do I think? So people who have seen all the trailer clip, if you have seen all those things for this movie, you will find this movie exactly what it is in the trailer. Although there is a lot more to the story, of course. You get to see them in details, character details. But people who never seen trailer or any advertise or nothing, I think they will really enjoy this movie, because if you go see in this movie like with your fresh eye, like without knowing anything about it, I think this movie can be interesting watch for those people. So for that sense, I think that this movie definitely is going to be mixed. Some people will really like this movie because this movie definitely has lots of gore, body gore. And this creature, of course, Wendigo creature, which you did see in the trailer, so it's not a huge spoiler, I guess. And at this point, everybody knows there is a Wendigo creature. It is based on native peoples, like the folklore there. And the creature looked absolutely amazing, very different than what I imagined. Looks really very interesting. So those people will really enjoy this movie, and people who have seen the trailer and everything know about it, they will be like, oh, it's not a huge surprise when you watch this movie. It goes bit by bit. That being said, I really like all the acting in this movie. I thought Carrie Russell, she did really amazing job playing this teacher who she has her own trauma in her life with her dad. When you watch it, you see also her her relationship with her brother, played by Jesse Plemons. Both of them were really good playing this complex character, or should I say traumatic character in this movie. So is Jeremy T. Thomas, the little boy in this movie. Oh, he really played this part so well. So is Jesse Plemons. All of this character really were good in this movie. Also Graham Greene, like this actor, he's also Graham Greene. He's also in this movie. Like I haven't seen him in a while. I thought he also did awesome job in this movie. Overall, acting was really strong in this movie. Also, the way this movie looks. So this movie is actually produced by Guillermo del Toro. So when you watch this movie, you can see how much influence he has, especially the way this movie looks, because this movie looks really great, especially cinematography and the location, and because the story you were watching such a character driven, and so the location for this movie is really works when you watch it, and this like a small town there, and these kids may or may not be abused by their dad, and all this social commentary in this movie had it was quite interesting. It really works for the movie, and whenever this movie focusing on all this character, their trauma and all the abuse they faced in their life, this movie is really best at it. But how about the horror spot? I thought also horror aspect this movie was definitely very scary for me. I don't know, watch many horror movie. This kind of movie definitely freaked me out, and this movie has a lot of body horror type stuff. All the scene, some of the scenes so creepy. After seeing them, I cannot unsee it. However, although I really like the first act for this movie and the second act, however, I didn't like, I guess, the third, the last act for this movie. The way it wrapped up and also left you with a huge cliffhanger. I guess I didn't like that. The way, it wasn't as good as the first act. Doesn't mean it wasn't good. It was good. Good to the story we are watching, but it wasn't great by any mean, I would say. because the first act was very interesting. But although it was interesting, not for me, I suppose, because I have seen all the trailer, unfortunately. Definitely, it was a good watch for me, although it was a little slow paced here and there. Overall, it was interesting watch. I really liked the way the creature looked in this movie. Very interesting. So I had a good time watching this movie in theater. It was scary some part, as I was saying. Anyway, that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. Did you like it or not? And if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to check out my other review, and please take care.